Hi guys, SwifTsYT here, and today I'm bringing you another episode of my Road to Prestige on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Right, I believe this is either the first or second time you're seeing Nuketown on my channel. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm back in it. You see, in the last 2 weeks I haven't uploaded many videos. Yesterday I uploaded 2, and today there's going to be a couple as well. Back in the motive, I've got the attitude to put up some videos, and when I was in this game I did not see that guy peek around the corner afterwards, but when I was recording it I did see it. It's amazing what you see when you're the second time, isn't it? See, I knew I died there, so that's probably why I looked there, to be honest. Anyway, this episode is going to be the flash review, but just before we get into it I will just tell you I am level 55 now on my Road to Prestige. That's the last level. And in the second game, which is going to be unhunted, you'll see I get a couple of challenges. I think I'll get a couple in this game as well, which is quite good. But the only reason it's not quite good is because of the amount of XP. I've got to still do 4 videos after this one, and I think after this next video, the next game, sorry. So after hunting, I think I've got 27 or something thousand XP left. Yeah, not much at all. Not a lot. Which obviously means that the rest of my videos are probably going to have to be on my main account with games I've got over the last few days, which I've got quite a lot of good games. I just haven't been putting them up because of this Road to Prestige. And then I might start a second season of Road to Prestige very soon. Who knows? But anyway, almost 2 minutes into the video, let's get into the flash review. Episode number 17, it's called Flashback. In that title you can already give away what's happening just from the word back. Or the word back in time. He goes back in time, and I got really mad. I wasn't raging at that death right there, but I was quite mad. I was like, wow, you really? Seriously? You're really sitting in the corner? Or something like that. Just, no one wants a kid sitting in corners these days, but who cares anymore? It's just annoying. It always happens. I'm on TDM, I have to deal with it. Anyway, don't ask me how I got out of this. Anyway, flashback. Episode 17. We start off with, right, like I did yesterday, I didn't really watch the episode. I thought I knew quite a lot about it, but the start, what was the start? I don't know what the start was. I might cover the start. We are in the second clip already, but I did not expect that, even though I knew it was quick, this game. But we go into it where Barry is talking to the crew, or Team Flash, about back in time, going back in time to a time last year, obviously, to get information from the Dr. Wells from that time, from what was really Eobard Thorn, to the speed equation. I think that's actually where it was starting, with the speed equation. He was trying to work out the equation, obviously, to go faster. He couldn't do it, so that's why he came across the idea of running back in time. But the real Dr. Wells from Earth 2 said it wasn't a good idea because he's been studying you for 15 years. He's gonna know it's you. But he said he can do it, so he was doing it. He said he was gonna do it, so who knows what's gonna happen. He ran back in time. He was a bit too early for what he was liking to be. He got back in time, and that 4-piece though was lovely. He got back in time for the if you remember back in season 1, I can't remember what episode it was, but Pied Piper, Hartley is his name, Soundwaves and all that. While the old Flash from that time is fighting him with all the outside the building, after he shatters a load of windows, yeah, the Flash comes in and just witnesses. He says it's too early, but he said it can still work. Hartley hits the old Flash like he did before with his sound waves, which makes him fly on the floor, and then the Flash took the opportunity. The real Flash, or not the real one, they're both real, the new version, the present, I should say, version in the past, goes sweeps up the old Flash and takes him into an alley and use a tranquil dart to knock him out for 6 hours, but I'll be back in the next segment of the video. Right, we are back in game 2 and Hunted. Hope you did enjoy that first game. I went 42 and 13. This one is slightly better, just to let you that. But anyway, yeah, they have a little fight, like future Flash, or present versus past Flash. And yeah, Barry and the real Barry, I need to stop saying real. The present one, the one with the white symbol, finally gets the dart done. He said it all makes sense eventually. Then he goes to Star Labs, or no, he goes back to Hartley, does what he did in Season 1, lobbed a load of police batons at him, and then went over to him and took his little soundwave gloves, or what, not really gloves, but soundwave things off of him, and took him back. It skips to the bit where they're putting him away into the pipeline. Cisco checks for the things, he finds that he's got stuff in his ears. Hartley explains it again, like he did in Season 1, then Barry tries to fuck up the timeline and tells him to look for any E-bombs, so to speak, but not in them words. Cisco ends up saying E-bombs a few seconds after, and yeah, so they find out he's got bombs in his ears. What's it? I should really put this fucking one on now, just so I can skip forward to the parts, and then I can explain it while I'm watching it again. But anyway, what I was saying, I think Mary asks Dr. Wells, or Eobard Thorne in Dr. Wells' body, to the speed equation. He said he's been doing a lot of reading in his spare time, trying to figure out how to get faster. And then a time wraith, which you don't know what actually is, it's just the black flash. I think that's the closest thing you're going to get to the black flash from the comics. You don't actually know it's a time wraith unless you read the comics, unless that was in the comics, which I'm guaranteeing it is. But they called it a time wraith further in the episode, and I'll get into that in a minute. But the time wraith attacks the police station while looking for future Barry. Because he's back in the past, so they found out he was there. Then he rummages through his CSI place, the CSI stations and all that, and flies through the wall. Everyone in the police force fucking was shooting in, just couldn't do anything to it, 'cause bullets obviously don't hurt it. But Barry does go in over there and sees Eddie Thorne, the one obviously died in the finale of Season 1, to the singularity, and then runs back and said it was already dealt with. He didn't see it, but he did see it before. And then Dr. Wells asks Barry to come with him to speak to him privately. Barry says this is about the time equation. He says, as a matter of fact, it is. Barry's not looking at Dr. Wells at this point, or Eobard Thorne, and he stands up out of his wheelchair, knocks him out, and then it skips forward to where he's into the time vault. Dr. Wells is sitting on a chair. Barry's handcuffed onto the end of his wheelchair, or to the, I think it was the arm of his wheelchair. But I've got the video, like the episode, up now as well, so I'm going to skip forward to it. Right, there's a massive discussion between them that they know who's are. Dr. Wells gets annoyed that he doesn't win. Barry tricks him and says he does win, which is pretty good, pretty damn good from Barry. I didn't see that skip again. He tries to he said if anything happens to him, then he doesn't. Then there's like a note for the other Barry to explain who he is. So he has to opt in to help him. So that happens. It was pretty good. But I'm just gonna skip to the bit forward into the episode if it lets me. Right about there. Oh yeah, Barry looks through his lab and all of that for like what may have actually happened.
On my mark.
The time wraith, why Dr. Wells or Eobard Thorne, I need to say Eobard Fawn. While Eobard Fawn and Berry are in the time vault having, or Fred and Berry are in the time vault having a talk about it, the time wraith attacks the thing because they can hear it. Cisco and Caitlyn end up going into the pipeline with Hartley, who then give him back his little glove things, who end up wrecking the vault for the time being. Berry and Wells then show up. Berry and Fawn as Wells show up, and then past Berry of that time shows up in with the white symbol on, so he changed the symbols. And I need to do this really quick now because I've only got about a minute and a half to do this. And it all makes sense slightly because both the flashes are in the room at the same time. Explain it all. Eobard Fawn ends up giving a little disk drive, futuristic disk drive from the time vault with a speed equation on to Berry. Then Berry runs back in time, not back in time, goes into the pipeline and obviously runs around in circles. The time wraith follows him. He starts slowing him down, so the Berry from the past actually punches it off of him. Then they go through the time barrier and gets back to the time. The time wraith follows through as well, and they she just thinks he can find a way to stop him, but the thing is, it wasn't a bullet, but it was a bullet. It wasn't a bullet, but it was a sort of bullet. That didn't work on the time wraith, but then Hartley shows up and helps him out. Hartley was not evil. So yeah, that's where it ended. The speed equation then works, and that's what it is. That's when the episode ends, pretty much. And if you did, in the description will be a link to my Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and my 2 gamer tags, like main account and the Road to Prestige account. And out of the rating, I'm gonna give it a 9.4. A 9.4 out of 10. It was a fantastic episode. I really did enjoy it. Right. If you did enjoy this episode, leave a like on it, comment on it, subscribe, share it. Would be appreciated as well. And stay tuned for any more videos that will be up today. Obviously this is the Flash review. There will probably be an Arrow review up today, and maybe the Legends of Tomorrow review, maybe even an Arsenal predictions. And anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Hope you did enjoy this video. See you later.